What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For up-to-the-minute Dodgers news, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, on with your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. Do you think that Danny Duffy trade was a fail, or do you think it was worth the risk? On with your takes down below in the comment section. And also, should LA have held on to DJ Peters? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So I hope you didn't buy a Danny Duffy Dodgers jersey because it's looking like that his chances of pitching for LA are slim to none. And remember, just a few days ago we were talking about Danny Duffy, and Dave Roberts was asked about him, and he said that he was looking for him to be a 2-inning monster, and I still think there's time for that. One thing I know, and is an easy bet, is he's going to do everything he can to be active and help us win a championship. So he was very optimistic that he was going to come in and have an impact on the Dodgers as a high leverage guy coming out of that bullpen. Well, things changed after Danny Duffy felt something in his elbow after throwing a bullpen session Friday, and he's been shut down by the Dodgers. Now, he hasn't pitched since July 16th. He's dealt with the flexor strain issues this year, and it looks like he's not going to be pitching for LA. Yesterday, Dave Roberts told us it doesn't look great outside of any type of miracle for him to impact us this year. It's going to be tough. So the question is, was it a big misfire by the Dodgers? Because they traded for him at the deadline. Now, what did they give up? They gave up a player to be named later, and the Kansas City Royals, they threw down the approximate $5.4 million that was remaining on his contract. So the Dodgers didn't give up very much at all for Danny Duffy, but they did have to DFA DJ Peters, Azusa's own. And a lot of people have been asking me about DJ Peters. Did the Dodgers give him up? Is he going to be like a Max Muncy or a Chris Taylor type or a Justin Turner that gets away and has success with another team? Well, one, the Dodgers, they could have gotten rid of him with another move other than the Danny Duffy move. And two, if you look at his numbers with the Texas Rangers, yes, we know he has some pop. He has hit 10 home runs, has a 689 OPS, still has an OPS plus below 100 at 85. Defensively, you've seen some nice plays too, but I don't think it's going to be a big loss with DJ Peters in the long run. I want your takes on that, though. Do you think the Dodgers gave up too early on DJ Peters? Let me know. But really the big deal with Danny Duffy is the impact it's going to have on this Dodgers bullpen, because this guy could have been a multi-inning, high-leverage reliever in the postseason. And even if he's able to come back, even if they can find a way to get his arm and his elbow right, if LA is able to advance deep into the postseason, yes, it's possible, but I don't anticipate them taking away a roster spot for an unproven commodity like Danny Duffy with the Dodgers. So I don't think we're going to have very many highlights of him in Dodger blue. He could go back to the Royals. He is a free agent at the end of this year, and he did have those 10-5 rights, and he did accept a trade to LA. We know he's a big Kobe fan. He likes the Lakers. He grew up loving the Dodgers, and he was heartbroken when they trade away Mike Piazza, but it just didn't work out. It's unfortunate, but really I don't fault the Dodgers for this trade or the signing of Cole Hamels. To me, when you consider the fact that Cole Hamels, they didn't give up anything, and in this case, yeah, the Royals paying that money, and also it's a player to be named later, not very much in return. So I look at it as a missed opportunity. To me, it was like a lottery ticket in a sense, and yes, they rolled snake eyes on both Cole Hamels and Danny Duffy, but I think it was still worth the risk, especially when you look at, one, they didn't know they were going to get Max Scherzer at the time, and two, with the way the injuries have piled up this season, it was nice to have some insurance, especially with that hard deadline. So I just look at this as Andrew Friedman, the Dodgers, leaving no stone unturned. They wanted to find a way to help this team and better this roster any way they could. It just didn't work out, and you saw it in this case. But the good news is they still have guys coming back, and Tony Gonson has come back, and he's looked strong in his 3 innings. He's looked a lot better. You see that velo back up at 96, and then putting David Price, he can be that long man in the Dodgers bullpen. You got Corey Knebel, you got this whole bullpen of guys like the Vessias and the Bickfords that have really stepped up. Blake Trine's been outstanding. Kenley Jansen, 11 straight saves and a 1.29 ERA since his last blown save on July 22nd against the San Francisco Giants when he was booed off the mound. So I do think this bullpen is in good shape. And then also you look at that early round when you got Walker Buehler, Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw, Julio Urias. You could still see Julio Urias do some bulk innings work out of that bullpen. That's a possible scenario because you'd rather have him do that as a guy that's proven he can carry the load coming out of the pen versus Clayton Kershaw, what we saw in 2019 when he got rocked in that Game 5. So I don't want to see that under any circumstances. But the other news, too, was about Chris Taylor. He was nixed yesterday. He's having some neck issues. Here's Dave Roberts on Chris Taylor.
Unlikely. This neck thing has really checked him up. So, so it's unlikely. I'm not saying it's 0% chance, but it's very unlikely.
So it doesn't seem like it's anything serious with CT3, and I think he could use a few days off. In his last 24 games, he's slashing 136, 217, 272 with a 489 OPS, 37 strikeouts, and 81 at-bats. That's a 46% strikeout rate for CT3. He looks gassed. He looks like he's late on a lot of fastballs. He's been missing stuff down the middle, and I think he could use a breather. So I don't know if this is anything phantom. I guess it's possible. Well, he definitely looked like he could use a few days off. But the really good news, the encouraging news, is the development with AJ Pollocks. Now, he hurt his hamstring last week sliding into third base against the Giants up in San Francisco. And after the game, there were a lot of concerns that it was going to be a grade 2 hamstring strain. You were hearing 4 to 6 weeks, possibly the beginning of the postseason. Well, yesterday we got an update on AJ Pollocks. We got an encouraging update on Pollo.
He had a good day running. He's in the weight room as we speak. So he's going to swing the bat today. And he heard it sliding or running, so I don't think swinging of the bat's going to affect it. So he had a good day. So when his, time to return, I don't know. But from that first day in San Francisco to today, very optimistic it's much sooner than we anticipated.
So that's major. We can get him back soon. That is going to be big for this Dodgers offense. In the second half of the season, AJ Pollock is slashing 329, 379, 497 with an 875 OPS, 4 home runs, a triple, and 12 doubles. He's been one of the best hitters in the league since the break, and we need Pollo back, and he's been a real glue guy for this offense. But let me know down below in the comment section, do you consider the Danny Duffy trade a fail, or you think it was worth the risk? Do you think the Dodgers will miss DJ Peters? And do you consider AJ Pollock the glue guy for this Dodgers offense? I want your takes down below in the comment section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And if you want to see us post even more Dodgers videos, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to GearUp.LA. Download the Dodgers Nation app for my Android and iPhone users. For latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.